Welcome to Modern Living. I'm Kathy Ireland. A trending topic today is the utilization of supplements in medical care. Research seems to show that mental wellness could potentially be impacted with the use of multi-ingredient micronutrient therapy. At the forefront of this research is Hardy Nutritionals. Founder and formulator David Hardy is here to tell us more about what he's learned. David, welcome to Modern Living.
Thank you, Kathy. I feel it's a real privilege to be on your show.
Thank you. Now, David, we're often taught that our body's nutritional requirements can be met through food. Why do you think we need to rethink this?
Well, the reason is that there's no real scientific evidence anymore that will support that. It used to be so, but it isn't anymore. So the clear evidence shows that we are not getting what we need out of our foods, even if they're carefully selected.
And can you please share why it's critical that people supplement with vitamins and minerals?
That's an excellent question, and the answer is really critical. I really believe that we've found the reason for a lot of chronic illness. There has to be a reason why mental illness has increased dramatically from 1972, for instance, about 6.2% of the population to today at nearly 25% of the population. Autism has increased from 1 in 10,000 in the population to 1 in 64. Why? There's got to be some reasons, and I think that our research is actually pointing to some of those reasons, and it's kind of significant. It's showing that deficiencies of these essential elements in the body do nasty things like kill brain cells. That's scientifically proven for at least 7 elements. And they degenerate neurons, another thing that's really serious. And Dr. Bruce Ames, the most studied researcher in human nutrition on Earth, has determined that other elements actually break chromosomes, like radiation and chemicals causing mutations. So all of those reasons make it such that deficiencies of these elements are the most likely and logical cause of a lot of the illness that we see, and the increasing illness that we see each year in North America and around the world, really.
In this Modern Living Field Report, we'll take an intimate look at how Hardy Nutritionals is making an impact on people's lives.
Prior to my taking Hardy's products, I was being treated for a mood disorder, OCD, and some remitting PTSD from my childhood. That gave me symptoms of hypomanic episodes, spending out of control, and bulimia. Very difficult for me. And this was 9 years of therapy when finally one of my wonderful therapists, who'd tried for 9 years to get me to go take regular medications, which I refused. She heard of a woman whose child was helped by Hardy, and I called Hardy and started on the product. Using Hardy nutritional supplements has helped me immensely to reduce the symptoms that I had of several mental illnesses that I live with. And it did so by my actually calming down, having fewer experience of it in my life, and also with no side effects.
Could you please explain what your micronutrient formula is and why are people choosing to use it?
Well, our micronutrient formula is just the essential elements of life, those things that the body can't manufacture. They have to be in our diet or we don't get them. So that's very critical. It makes it so that the most powerful priority, I guess as it is, in our diet, really needs to ensure that we get these essential elements of life because they're a part of every metabolic pathway in the body. And without them, those pathways break down, don't produce what our bodies need, and cause problems.
And can you please specify how your formula is impacting people's lives?
Well, our formula is impacting people's lives in many ways. First of all, it's giving a lot of relief to people with mental illness. Some who have not had relief through medications have found complete relief. There are several published studies, for instance, that show people who have been on medications for years and years, and in just a matter of months, we've been able to change them around and give them their life back. That's amazing kinds of things, never before seen results that are really significant, and we're excited about that.
And so it enables someone to go off antidepressants?
Absolutely. Without the side effects, this offers an alternative without the severe side effects of the medications. The only side effects to taking nutrients are you're healthier, you feel better.
Right. Now, David, may I ask, is there scientific evidence to prove that your micronutrient formula is effective?
Well, absolutely. I've been involved in human nutrition. I was involved with animal nutrition for 20 years and now human nutrition for about the same number of years. And in those years, we've accumulated approximately 30 medical journal publishings, including some double-blind studies that show absolutely that this works. And there are doctors who have been using medications like Charles Popper from Harvard University, for instance, who uses our product and finds better success with it than any combination of medications that he can throw at his patients. And he's the world's expert on medications, so it's amazing.
And can you please describe the performance of your micronutrient formulation compared to over-the-counter multivitamins?
Well, there's not a lot of comparison. None of the over-the-counter formulations have produced these kinds of results, and there are a number of reasons for that. A lot of formulations are, I wouldn't say necessarily poorly formulated, but they have low levels, much lower levels than we include in our product. Different balances. The balances of the essential elements are really significant, and the bioavailability of most of them is not the same. For instance, the minerals, which are all natural products from the earth, the rock form of those elements, the body doesn't utilize very well at all. And that's what's in most over-the-counter supplements. It's cheap to put them in there, but you don't have a lot of benefit. What we have done in our supplement is combine the essential minerals with organic molecules, so it's a plant-like offering to the body, and it makes the mineral about 100 times more soluble and way more bioavailable.
Working with broad-spectrum micronutrient treatments, many of the assumptions we've had as pharmacologists or psychopharmacologists in our field come into question. For instance, some of the patients who are most responsive to the broad-spectrum treatment are those who are treatment naive, those who are more severely disturbed, particularly if they have a condition characterized by unstable or irritable moods or bipolar illness. Particularly those who have not had years of treatment respond the quickest and the most dramatically.
Here at Wholeness Center, in terms of broad-spectrum micronutrients for mood disorders, the daily essential nutrients are the product that we carry. I do a lot of teaching in the integrative medicine, integrative psychiatry world, and I share my experience and background and the literature with these physicians. I think my peers realize that our psychiatric treatments have limited efficacy and very significant risk issues and side effects. So, for example, in the STEP bipolar study, half of people relapsed within 2 years, and that's the best we can do in modern conventional psychiatry. And I think I see better results with fewer side effects with daily essential nutrients.
Before we close, David, could you please tell us what is on the horizon for Hardy Nutritionals?
Well, that's a good question. We hope to stay at the forefront of evidence-based nutrition on Earth, but we need help. We can't do this alone. Our company can't provide all the help that the world needs in this. So we hope that competitors start to learn about this and get on board. Now, that's interesting, isn't it, that I'm saying that we need competitors to help us, but we do.
Right.
And we need people with money and influence. We need people with money to provide funding for more research that can legitimize this more quickly. We need to get this out fast because there's a lot, the increasing ill health that we see just is not sustainable.
Right.
We need people with influence that can help us spread the word. It's kind of an alarming thing when you understand that deficiencies do the things that I talk about, kill brain cells and degenerate nerves and create mutations. Those are serious kinds of things.
Right.
And we've thought in the past that those things only happen because of environmental toxins and other insults, which are there. But I believe that the biggest insult to the body are really these deficiencies. That's what we're seeing. That's what science is slowly starting to come out with and prove. And so we've got to get on it.
David, for those touched by mental illness and other debilitating disorders, it seems like Hardy Nutritionals could be the life-changing alternative that they've been hoping for.
Well, I think that's true. I think a lot of people who have been on medications would like a something without the side effects. So this is a viable alternative. There are doctors that say that no one should go on medications before they do this, before they give this a try. And I agree with that.
Well, David, thank you so much for joining us. I wish you continued success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy.
For Modern Living, I'm Kathy Ireland. Thank you for watching.